goal today, see if I can get that thing to stick up there. I'm really not happy with these MP40s on the back wall. Thick knobs. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Cut the top crown off, keep that. And there we have it. So this is episode 3 of my tank upgrade, I guess, series. It's been a week and a half since I moved everything over. Since the last video, I've done a few things, nothing crazy. I remounted this goldenrod a little more forward and away from the orange hammer. I got rid of some German blue digi that was here. I moved the German blue digi that was back here. I moved it to the back of this side. I know it likes highlight to get the really bright polyps, so this was the only spot that I could go high and not get in anything's way. It's a little out of the way, but I mean, it's not my favorite coral, so I don't want to give it a prime time spot. I was able to just pry this Milka stylo off the rock. Previously I tried to, and the rock that it was on was kind of wobbly. So since gluing some like base support and gluing it to the other rocks, it came right off. So today I'm going to try put the yellow tips where it is. If it doesn't look right, I'll probably chop it up, put a few pieces up there and let it grow back out. This stylo, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. It looks really nice as just one piece. It's like got a thinner base and then it kind of branches out. So I may throw it on one of these flat rocks and either put it maybe over here, maybe back here, maybe here. I don't know, I'll kind of toy with it. I'll keep it low since it pretty much keeps its color no matter where you put it. I also glued the forest fire digi to the back. Typical digi stuff, so when I was messing with that, all of this ORA purple digi just shattered off its base. Very, very delicate. So I ended up gluing that all back in just like a lump. Doesn't look very good right now, but it'll grow in. Other than that, nothing really has changed. I'm really not happy with these MP40s on the back wall. I don't think they have enough power to stick very well. They're not, I mean, they're powering okay and really pumping out some flow, but I had to, I don't know if you can see here, zip tie the top and zip tie the bottom to keep it from sliding. You know, it can power the wet side, but the magnetic stick to each other is not very strong, and just like one bump of the cord or the dry side and it'll fall off. So I went and ordered a Tunes Stream, what is it, the 6105. I think it's the second largest hobby grade pump. It's one of the power heads that you can, like the round power head that you can kind of rotate and point in different directions. The reason I got that is I noticed this area here, it's getting flow through. I don't know if it picks up. You can kind of see stuff flowing by those acros, but I wouldn't really call that high flow, and I really want all my acros to have high flow. If I get it to where all the acros have high flow but I can't keep my LPS, then the LPS are probably going. I'd rather have high flow acro than try to accommodate everything and have nothing really super happy. So yeah, goal today, see if I can get that thing to stick up there. The problem is it's huge, so I don't know if I can get it to hold first try. I may glue it here and then maybe have a rock here to kind of support its weight. Yeah, because it's pretty large. Glue this down, and then I'm going to be gone out of town for 5 days, and I'm trying to prep this so my wife doesn't have to do anything. So I want to get these Gawnies glued down to one of these Stax rocks, or maybe split them up into two. Really not sure their forever home, but now that they're opening up, like especially these big ones, their polyps act like a sail, so anytime there's a big, you know, rush of water, they kind of scoot. And then I had that problem before where the Stream 3 way back on the other side sucked up my orange hammer, and I had hammer bits flying all over the tank. You can see on the bottom it kind of looks like a torch on the bottom. There's not really hammer ends, just kind of flat ends. That's where all the tips got torched or chopped up. It lost all of its color, slowly starting to see some orange again. It's not bright like that orange one, but I'm happy to see that it did not die because it's a stunning coral and it looks good. Other than that, all my coral look pretty healthy. Still might be dull compared to right before I moved, but I think a week ago things were starting to look a little on the brown side, and I think they're starting to make a turn back, or at least they're not getting any worse. Haven't noticed any more RTN or STN issues. This piece that had the long branch that I removed, it's doing all right. It's got polyp extension, no more dead spots. So yeah, I'm very happy with progress so far. So on this yellow tip, I ended up cutting this little nub here, cut this chunk off here, and then the little nub that was here. Makes it a little easier to work with since everything's kind of going this way and not like a big dinner plate. I think I got a good spot for it. Actually, I lied. I ended up cutting off another big slab. What was here was like this thick knobs. Basically in my old tank I had to cut these branch tips off every couple months because they would grow into the glass. Now it's just like this big ugly boulder of yellow tips. So I'll end up cutting these up, put them on a big tile, let them grow out a little bit, and then I'll kind of sell them to locals as colonies. That gives me this, which is all nice, beautiful long pieces with nice yellow tips. And then how I'm going to mount that is that rock I'm going to glue down, and that's going to end up being kind of like a little support to hold the base up. Otherwise there's no way that thing could support itself by just gluing the back. The reason I cut that big knob off is this Battle Corals Mr. Neutron. By the time the yellow tips start taking off, that Mr. Neutron's very slow growing. I would have to keep trimming that yellow tip away from it, so might as well just knob off a big piece of it. So I forgot that I was going to cut these two Gawnies down because they are a lot bigger than the other Gawnies. I want them all to be around the same size. So I'm going to basically just cut the top crown off, keep that, and then the ring on the bottom, the base, I'm going to cut up, and I'll cut up into nice size frags. But I'm going to use my Griffin saw to chop those up, just so everything's on the same, you know, playing field. And what happened before was this big purple with green tips grew into this you know, highlighter yellow green Gawny, and then kind of shaded out to where you wouldn't even really see it when it was fully extended because this thing just engulfed it. So I'm going to cut those two down. These I think I might keep the same. This one, I'll take a look at it. It might be alright. I don't know if I'm going to cut that one yet. You can see the base is starting to die back from being overgrown. So I'll be able to get a couple nice frags out of that. And then I'll keep that nice sized dome. See, this one was growing around the bottom of the frag plug, so I'm going to cut that up here somewhere. That's what I'm going to keep. So now I'm just soaking them in iodine for a few minutes, and then I will put everything together. And there we have it. I put some little feet on the bottom. I cut little pieces of Stax rocks about the same length, just so it's not fully flat on the bottom. That way detritus can pass underneath. I got 5 frags on this one. I ended up cutting that third one down a little bit just because it was a little bit bigger, and while I had this all out, might as well. So there's 5 there, and then I got 2 more to mount on a smaller rock. So I did the same thing with this. I have little feet on the bottom here to keep the bottom open so the detritus won't build up. I just glued this down, and I am really happy with how that looks. Really shows off the shape of this stylophore that has grown in a really nice shape. So very happy with that. Let's get it in the tank. I got the Gani rock here. It's not the final spot. And then another one here with 2 on it. That one in the back is going to stay on that rock. That's a Bernardipora. From what I've heard from various people, that Bernardipora and Goniopora don't always play nice together, so I'm going to leave it on its own. So here's the tank after everything's done. I did a water change right after gluing everything down. I'm very happy with progress. I was able to glue all the Gonioporia down. Yellow tip Austera is in its permanent spot. The Milka Stylo's on a rock that I can kind of move around and see where I want to put it. And yeah, so that is it. Everything's moving along very well. Next video, I plan on kind of shoring up some of the live rock. I have some frags I need to put in permanent spots. Basically, these frags up here, there's 3 of them on that disc. I gotta find where I'm gonna put those. I ordered a Tunzi Turbella 6105, so I'm gonna install that, get some more flow down the middle. But yeah, so that is it. I have some fragging to do later and some cord management to do. So thanks for tuning in, and have a good one. Bye.